Hello y'all, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, I have finally figured out a name for this channel. Grass and Gears Garage is the official name of it now. And let me go over here and turn off the radio real quick or turn it down, because I don't know how on some of these songs if there's copyright laws or not. But got a new name for it now. I just typed it on ChatGPT, had it make me a name and a logo. Put the Kubota BX tractor on the logo, as close as a resemblance as I could get it. And so today I'm going to give you a few updates, and then we're going to get started on what I'm wanting to do. So as of right now, I thought I had a seller for the Craftsman, and he kind of ghosted me, so I've still got it. So if you're interested, or know anybody who's interested, I've got my phone number right here. Call or text me. I prefer text, but you can also call me. If I don't answer, I'll get back with you, for the simple fact I might be in school. Not much is wrong with it other than the fact that the back tire leaks a little air, and I can't get it to adjust the throttle correctly. I've put 3 different carburetors on it, and neither one of them have worked. I'll send them with you too. You might know how to tune it up and get it to where it'll run right. I don't know, but it's a 6-speed, got 17.5 horse in it. So if you want it, there's my phone number again, and you can come pick it up. I'm located in Crossville, Tennessee. I will not deliver it or meet you halfway. You must come get it yourself. $275 is what I'm asking for it, or best offer. Preferably nothing under $200. Well, actually, no. I've got too much money in it. We're gonna stick with $275 firm, or a trade. If you've got a good trade on another mower that runs and drives, then I'll trade with you on that. Or something else possibly. I'm looking for a lawnmower jack and just little other shop materials like that. So $275 firm, or a trade. Message me if you're truly interested. Another update. So the Murrey is turned into a little bit of a longer project. We was in the process Saturday of pulling the back wheels off, and in the process of us trying to beat one off, it broke the inner clip in the transmission holding the shaft on, and it sent it out the side of the transmission. So now I got to split it and put a new clip in and put that back together. So that will be on here in this video, whether it's as I'm recording either today or tomorrow, but I'll throw it into this video. And but for right now, I'm gonna work on cleaning on my garage some. It's an absolute mess, and I really don't have the room right now to try to roll this thing back in yet. So I'm gonna get my garage a little more organized, put some tools up, and we'll start on the Murrey. Alright, so this was literally just a few minutes later. I changed my mind on what I was wanting to do. What we're going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick up the back side of this Murrey in the air and get it up to where I get the rear end up in there, and we're going to just pick it up and pull the rear end off outside, and go ahead and I can carry the transmission in there myself, but we're going to go in and I'm just going to pull the rear end off outside, and then just set the mower back down on a jack stand. Actually, I better get a jack stand here. I'll just use this crate, and we'll set it on the crate, keep it from falling on us, and we're going to go in and I'm going to pull this rear end out and get it to where I can get the transmission inside, and when we'll start pulling it apart, and I'll show you guys what the internal guts look like on a standard hydrostatic transmission. going to slide the crate up under. I'm going to go out on the tractor and pick this up a little more. We're going to put the crate up under there, and then I'll get me impact and a couple of wrenches, and we're going to drop the transmission out of this thing. Okay, now y'all can fuss at me. I give you permission to fuss and complain how I done that, because that did not work like I wanted it to. If I was a little, hey, gotta get a wrench. If I was a little more careful, I could have made that work, but I wasn't, because I'm impatient. And the hydraulics on this tractor is very jumpy, but so I want to take these little parts in here, that way I don't lose them, and then I'm gonna go in here and get my jack I use to jack up little stuff with, and I'll carry it outside here and get the drill on it. We'll pick up the back side of this and slide that crate up under there, and then we'll get the transmission out of it. I'll raise up here so you can hear me. There's a few things I'll have to unhook once I get this thing off, but it'll be easy to unhook, I believe, once it's down below and I can move it a little bit. We'll see how hard it is to try to pull this off. Actually, I'm gonna go get me one of my dollies and roll it around on it to move it across the floor. Easier to pull it out that way. Hey, got transmission out. Now, we'll wheel this bad boy into the garage. Well, just gonna toss these nuts and everything off to the side. I'll probably stack them up right here on this block. Then we'll pick up the tools, carry them inside, and I'll see y'all once everything's carried in. Okay, so got transmission in here. Just looking at the oh, okay. So they've got a little rubber trap right here to catch any debris and stuff in there. And look at all that was in there. Yeah. Okay. So that's a little dirty, which is to expected. It's an old mower. I'll put that back on. I guess we need to drain the fluid out of this. And I'll knock these things out of here, but I think I've got the right, right torch bit. Maybe this bit will work and it not strip this out. Let's see here. Thankfully, it stripped the bit out before it stripped that out. So, alright, so I had to go get Dad's puller out of his garage to pull this pulley off because it's a little stuck. Now, some of y'all are probably looking at this and like, now, Colby, you're going to strip that. Well, you just got to be careful. Maybe if I can set this up right. There we go. You're going to strip the puller out. No, I ain't. I'll keep an eye on it, don't worry. Oh, looky there. I didn't even have to heat it up. Come right off. Sorta. Oh, that's a little different. This might be the part I'll have to heat up. Let's see if this will come off and I not have to do that. Alright, so we got some tension on it. We're going to spray a little penetrating oil on it. Right here. And then we're going to heat the sucker up. I might melt this fan, but that's okay. See here if we can. We're getting close. Wow, that's a little hot. That is so close. I mean, I ain't even kidding it. Like, that's right there. Let's heat that up on the board. Yes, I know, fire. Woo. It's okay. If it goes way haywire, I've got a fire extinguisher in this place. Get a pair of pliers to hold on to this thing too, because we all know it's going to be really hot. There we go. Well, that's a deep soaker, I know that. Okay, now. Alright, now that's off. And you know what's funny? I don't even think I had to take that off. Just looking at it here, I believe that was in 2 pieces. Whew, God, I don't know why I tried picking that up. Okay. Now, so here's where we're at. And let's tilt the camera down just a little. I'm going to sit down for a minute while I talk about it. So here's where we're at. So, I got the pulley off. And once all the metal cools off, I'll put it back together in a second. But, I'm looking here. That's stuck, not wanting to spin. I think that clip's in there and it's hung up something in that shaft. That's the brake, I believe. Okay, so this thing's not wanting to move very much, which is okay. I'm going to run over to Dad's garage and see if I can't find me a bigger Torx bit to use on these, and then we'll start trying to pull these screws and stuff out. Some of these screws are hard to get to on these, which I've got so many to make sure nothing breaks or moves on it. Need to pick at this a little and make sure I get all of them out. Because the last rear end I worked on out of a Murrey, I didn't take all the bolts out and ended up, I broke the casing on the block, so I end up having to junk it, but I didn't want to leave that. Toss that there. Got one down here. I hate this 1/4 inch bit because it always gives me issues. Let's see if I can find my other one, because this one I'm about ready to throw it in the wood. There we go. This is the one I want. The one I had, it's made to where if you pull on it a little, it swivels, but it likes to come off real easy, and I don't like that. Okay. I think only part of this has to come off the area I need to work on, but I also need to pull this one spot off. Okay, so we got it apart, and here's our gears. I can feel where that's come apart on that. So that's the brake system right here. This is a mess. I wonder where that clip is. That was in here. I get some. So there's that. I am actually I'm going to sit here and I'm going to think on this for a minute, and then we're going to see how I'm going to repack this for grease and everything else. My mind's just all over the place, and I don't know what I'm trying to tell y'all. I went in, I cleaned. See, I pulled the center piece of the axle out, got the differential out, because the diff and all that's built into one because it's a rear end with a transmission built into it. And I got the old clip that come out of it, and as you can tell, it's a little bent, a little cupped. Now I don't have another one of these clips, I don't think. I'm gonna look at my assortment of parts here and minuscule pieces and see if I ain't got one. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna screw with this a little more, and then I'll come back to the camera when I am done, because there's no point in you just sitting here watching me fool with this, because I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, y'all. So, this is part one of the Murrey series, and I know I'm not in the same clothes because I've been sitting here editing it, and there was a whole section that I had to delete because it wasn't no good. So I'm going to sum up what that was. All that I had done was I had put that O-ring that I might have mentioned in the video, I can't remember, that I was going to try to get on there. It wouldn't work on it, so I went in and I got it on there, and I tried putting it together. Well, fast forward past when I told you guys on there that I'm going to fool with it more, and then I'll catch back up with y'all. I might have mentioned this in the second half of that video, and so you might see it in a minute, I don't know. But what happened was I didn't think that O-ring worked, so I just kind of kicked back on it. But Dad and Paul had actually come out and helped me with it some, and they worked with it while I went and done a little gravel work. And they managed to find a clip and put it on there. We got it back together, and the differential would not spin. You could not get the shafts to spin for nothing. So we're just kind of in a stuck spot right now. So there will be a part 2 for this, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to the ending clip. All right, y'all, so I've done some pondering, and I have decided I'm going to quit for the day on that rear end. So tomorrow there will be a part 2 on this rear end rebuild. I have fooled with the thing enough today, I feel like, and I cannot figure out why that won't sit in there correctly. So I'm going to just pedal around the shop a little bit and just call it an afternoon on filming, and we will pick up on it tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for part 2 of working on this rear end, and we'll see how far I get tomorrow. And who knows, it might end up just turning into a part 3. We'll see. But thank you all for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.